Experience it on FS1.
The Octagon has gone down under, and for just the second time, the fine Aussie fans in Melbourne will witness UFC action live and in person. In the main event, top 10 fighters clash when Australia's adopted son Robert Whittaker faces American wrestler Derek Brunson. Both men are looking to make their case as a contender in the high-profile middleweight division. And in the co-main event, Aussie Jake Matthews takes center stage when Golden Gloves boxer Andrew Holbrook comes to town. The FS1 UFC Fight Night weigh-in show starts now. Good day, mates. Tomorrow they fight. Today they weigh in. Welcome to the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles. I am Karen Bryant alongside UFC Tonight host Mr. Kenny Florian and former Strikeforce champ Gilbert Melendez. We've got John Gooden on location for us as well. Ken Flo, you looking good? A little bit of a tight fit today, though?
Oh, you're telling me I'm fat?
No, I did not.
I did not get stung. I was not attacked by killer bees. This was just the effects of Thanksgiving. I ate a lot. And yes, Karen, I'm chubby.
No, you're not. How you doing, Gil?
Jeez.
Feeling good?
Yeah, still full from last night, a little tired as well, but the good news is there's fights tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Well, we do have some unfortunate news first, though. It broke this morning. Light heavyweight champion Daniel Cormier is injured and will not face Anthony Johnson in the main event of UFC 206. The UFC is currently working on a new main event for the December 10th card, and we'll have more on that later in the show. Obviously, all of us here wishing DC the very best. But, Ken Flo, we do have to get to the fights that we do know are happening in Melbourne tomorrow. Got a great main event. 2 top 10 middleweights, matching 5-fight win streaks going up against each other. Derek Brunson taking on Robert Whittaker. Set it up for us.
Yeah, love this fight. 2 fighters with a lot of confidence and a lot of momentum heading into this fight. You know, what makes Robert Whittaker such a great striker is the fact that he's always in the perfect range. He comes from that karate background, so he is very disciplined as a striker. He's also very patient, has a nasty left hook that you have to watch out for.
Yeah, yes he is, but so is Derek Brunson, a very good striker as well. I know him as a 3-time Division II national champ, but he's coming off of 4 knockout wins. He has long reach, 77-inch reach. He's been knocking guys out, but he also has the ability to take someone down like Yoel Romero, and he can also grind you out against the cage like he did against Lorenz Larkin. He's truly the full package, very versatile, and that's why it's so exciting to watch. This matchup is an intriguing one to watch.
Absolutely. They are sort of the now of the middleweight division, but also I think we're really looking at the future here. So great fight in our main event. Now, though, our stage is set. So we got to get the cast of characters up there to make things official. They did not weigh in this morning. John Anik is our master of ceremony. Take it away, John.
What's going on, Melbourne? Great to be back inside the Rod Laver Arena. How about a hand for the Octagon girls, Kahili Christie and Red De La Cruz. My broadcast partner, the man, Dan Hardy, is with us. And, of course, our head of international, Joe Carr, in the building as well. All right, let's get things going. We begin with the UFC Fight Pass prelims. First up, in the UFC flyweight division, Yao the Conqueror Tsukwe versus Janelle the Demolition Man Lauza.
Janelle Lauza is a rising star in the Philippines and the mixed martial arts community. They really believe he's going to be the first Octagon champion representing the Philippines. A dynamic striker, pro boxing career, and was actually a sparring partner for Manny Pacquiao leading up to his last fight.
$125 for the Demolition Man, Janelle Lauza. And his opponent, please welcome Yao Tsukwe.
The Conqueror Yao Tsukwe credits his older brother for getting him into mixed martial arts. He got started in Chinese wrestling and later joined China Top Team. Yao has a lot of pride for being one of the few professional fighters competing in the UFC and made it into the organization after competing in tough China.
127.
127 for Yao Tzu Kuei. Do we want to get the towel? No. That's a miss.
126.9.
We're going to maybe get the towel because he missed. Yao Tzu Kuei is off by a pound. We're going to get the towel here.
Hang on a minute. Okay. 127.
127 for Yao Tzu Kuei. Yao Tzu Kuei will have 2 hours from now to cut the final pound. All right, our next Fight Pass prelim is in the UFC featherweight division. Marlon Chito Vera versus Ning Guang Yo.
Guangdong Yu, fighting out of Beijing, China, trains at his own gym, has great knockout power, but says he's a wrestler. Spoke with Kung Lee, who was a coach on Tough China, and said he's very humble, intense, but if he hits you with that left hand, he'll put you to sleep.
$146.
146 for Ning Guang Yo. And his opponent also making his 4th UFC appearance, Marlon Chito Vera.
Since we last saw Chito Vera, he has made a new home for himself at Team Oyama. It was an introduction made by former UFC strawweight champion Carla Esparza, and the bantamweight prospect is excited to show his new look this weekend.
$144.
144 for Chito Vera. And that brings us to the featured bout of the UFC Fight Pass prelims. This one also in the featherweight division. Dan the Hangman Hooker versus Jason the Kid Knight.
Jason Knight started training at just 14 years old, and at his current age of 24 years old, he already has a lot of experience. He has a lot of confidence in his ground game and has 12 submission wins to back that up. He says his coach, former UFC veteran Alan Belcher, is one of his heroes.
$145.
145 for Mississippi's finest, Jason Knight. And his opponent, let's hear it, Dan the Hangman Hooker.
Congratulations to Dan Hooker, who got married in his new home of Thailand this summer. Not so positive, the Tiger Muay Thai product is a bit dissatisfied with his UFC record of 3-2, though he did tell me that when he got a similar record as a professional, he reignited his career and went on a tear.
$146.
146 for Dan Hooker.
We would would like to welcome those of you who watch TCU defeat Texas. This is the FS1 UFC Fight Night Weigh-In Show. Up next, flyweights John Herrera and Ben Nguyen are up. Gilbert, tell us about the 9-2 Herrera.
Oh, we got Guion La Pulga Herrera. This guy's dynamic, he's fast, he's explosive. When you see him fight, he's comfortable everywhere. He fights off his back. That's one of my favorite things to say. But La Pulga, the flea? What's up with that, Kenny?
I love it. I love that nickname. La Pulga. The flea.
Must be bouncing around like a flea out there, hard to catch. When you see him fight, he's bouncing all over the place. Quite entertaining to fight. Watch fight.
Got the man bun going on. Yeah.
125.
125 for Gian Herrera. And his opponent currently ranked number 15 in the world. Please welcome Ben Nguyen.
There is Ben. He might be more famous for a viral video than he is for being a UFC fighter at that weigh-in, which is on YouTube. Check it out. It was a regional MMA promotion. His overly tattooed opponent got right in his face, got head-to-head with him. And Ben, who looks like an innocent little dude, he went at him and just destroyed him the next day. Beat him in just like under 30 seconds. Didn't back down, so this kid is game.
126.
126 for Ben Nguyen.
Don't be fooled by the baby face.
All right, moving on now to the UFC welterweight division. Filthy Rich Walsh versus Jonathan the French Spider Mounier.
Jonathan Mounier has used his contact list to good effect for this fight. Firstly, he teamed up with his TriStar stablemate Olivier Aubin-Mercier, who actually beat Richie Walsh at Tough Nations. Also, he stopped by his friend Nordine Taleb at Tiger Muay Thai on his way over to Australia to help acclimatise to the time difference.
Kenny, that's no joke. That's a 15-hour flight for us, at least from here in the States. How much of a toll does that take?
171.
171
It could be it could be a big toll. I mean, you're talking about fighters who have to cut weight and all that stuff. It takes its toll on your sleep patterns, everything.
Walsh.
All right, here comes Walsh fighting out of Australia. He says he trains in the North Shore. All his teammates are from Australia. Big training partner of him is Robert Whitaker, who's helping him prepare for this fight. He says he's fighting a 6'3" opponent. So there's some advantages to fighting him and some disadvantages. I'm curious what the advantages are to fighting a 6'3" opponent.
Yeah.
Definitely nice to have somebody in your camp training for a fight at the same time, though, sure.
Exactly. When you have two guys, same camp, same card, it really brings up the level in there as long as you have a head coach.
171.
171 for Filthy Rich Walsh. Our next prelims in the UFC lightweight division, Damian Beatdown Brown versus John the Super Saiyan Tuck.
It has been an extended camp for John Tuck after the cancellation of the UFC Manila card. It's been a particularly tough 8 weeks as his family are back in Guam, whereas he has had to train in California at King's MMA.
That necklace looks like it might be a pound or two, guys. Make sure he takes that off.
I'll be impressed if he weighs in with it.
Yeah, he just might.
I feel like he had to take it off. Yeah,
he has done it before, and sometimes he does take it off, so.
$156.
156 for John Tuck.
Is that Beneil with him in the background there?
Yeah, I believe so. That's Beneil Dariush.
That's right. Obviously, they got some work together.
Brown.
That That is one tough former military man from Australia right there. He took his first fight in the UFC on only a couple days' notice, cut a bunch of weight, and went the distance against Alan Patrick in that fight. Has only showed gameness since then. This has the potential to be a fun ground battle here against Jon Tuck. Very aggressive grappler, goes right at his opponents, and Jon Tuck, being a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, looking forward to this one.
154.
154.
And if he is a black belt
for
getting some
Damian
working with
Brown.
Beneil Dariush, then you know he's extra ready.
Absolutely.
And that brings us to our featured prelim of the night in the middleweight division. Daniel Kelly versus Chris Camozzi. First fighter to the scale, making his 18th UFC appearance, Chris Camozzi.
Chris Camozzi is a UFC vet, 24-11, many fights in the UFC. He's won 5 out of his last 7. Was on a 3-fight win streak before he got submitted by Talis Latis. From my hometown, well, the area, Bay Area, California, Alameda. Trying out of Colorado now.
186 for Chris Camozzi. And his opponent, the 4-time Australian Olympian in judo, Daniel Kelly.
The reason we haven't seen Daniel Kelly back in the octagon is because he was in fact at Rio for the Olympics coaching the Australian judo national team. He told me he's excited to get back into action and is looking forward to a step up in competition.
$186.
186 for Daniel Kelly.
There is a look at our featured prelim, and welcome back to the Fox Sports desk. As a reminder, this is the official weigh-in. They did not weigh in this morning. Just the 6-fight main card left to go. Kicking it off, Danielle Taylor and Sohee Ham. Ken Flo, tell us about the LA County Sheriff's employee, Taylor.
That's right. She lives right here in Los Angeles. Actually is a custody assistant for the LA County Sheriff Department. Trains with the legendary Muay Thai fighter Saksan Janjira in Van Nuys, California, with Alan Jouban.
That's right.
Same gym as Alan. And Danielle has very good footwork. We saw that in her first fight in the UFC. Does have knockout power as well in the form of her overhand. She's very similar in her body type to Sohee Ham. So should be a cool fight here.
115.
Plus, what they're telling me is she had a short notice fight for her debut. It's just a lot more ready. The octagon jitters are gone, and she's really ready to show off what a complete fighter she is.
Korea's first female UFC fighter, Sohee Ham, is still getting used to competing up at strawweight, but she is excited to come to the octagon with a reach advantage for the very first time. Also, don't forget, do not miss her walk out to the octagon, as she does love a little dance.
I never did the dancing thing for my walkout, Gil. You ever dance on the way to the octagon?
Nah, if I did, I would boogie.
A little moonwalk?
Yeah. Are you cool with high-fiving the fans, though, or no?
Yeah, a little high five's fine.
Yeah? They're not stealing your mojo on the way in?
115.
115 for Sohee Ham. All right, our next bout is in the UFC's light heavyweight division. Khalil Roundtree Jr. versus Tyson Pedro.
Tyson Pedro, 4-0, making his UFC debut. But man, 4-0 with 4 finishes. Longest fight went 3 minutes and 5 seconds. I mean, this guy's name is Tyson. He kind of throws punches like Tyson if you see him out there. Not scared to drop knees, not scared to submit you. It's his first fight out there. These are the kind of guys that go out and get it in their first fight. Maybe after the second one, not the same, but he's gonna go out there and go for it.
206.
206 for the undefeated Tyson.
205.
205 for the undefeated
What I meant to say
Tyson
was-
Pedro.
Got a lot of that traditional ink.
And his opponent, Khalil Roundtree.
And he looks excited to be there.
Oh, Karen, there's Khalil, a guy we know very well from coming on our show at Tough Talk. And this guy went from being inspired to train in mixed martial arts by watching The Ultimate Fighter to being a finalist on the show just a few years later. Khalil is actually from Los Angeles originally, but has moved to Vegas to live and train the last couple years over at Syndicate MMA. Very likable guy.
Oh, very much so.
Looks like he's close in weight as well here.
$206.
206 for
What a
Looks
smile.
surprised.
Yes, he did.
Roundtree Jr.
That's a fighter who knew his weight exactly.
Yeah.
Both these guys happy to be here, huh?
Right, this is gonna be a good fight.
Yeah, it is.
It's gonna be a terrific fight.
All right, next up on the main card in the UFC lightweight division, Yusuke Kasuya versus Alexander the Great Volkanovski.
Alex Volkanovski has had to wait a little bit longer to make his UFC debut, but he's not mad about it. He's had a little bit more time to prepare and expect a well-rounded game from the Aussie, who won a scholarship to train at Tiger Muay Thai.
$154.
154 for Alexander the Great. And his opponent, Yusuke Kasuya.
Kasuya is one of the new generation of successful mixed martial arts fighters that come from a karate background. He comes from a Kyokushin karate style and is a black belt in the art, much like George St. Pierre. He actually works for a construction company and will take off time from work for a couple months to prepare for his fights. Actually goes to a different city. So this is a very committed fighter right there.
$156.
156 for Yusuke Kasuya. All right, that brings us to a feature bout in the UFC welterweight division. Kyle Noke versus Omari Wolverine Akhmedov.
If Omari Akhmedov wasn't here with us at the UFC, it is likely he would be a shepherd back in Dagestan. Life is, however, very different. You can see him these days putting in hard work in Florida at American Top Team.
$171.
171
The
for
paint's on.
Omari
That's,
Akhmedov.
yeah.
Another impressive win.
Yeah.
And his opponent set to make his 12th UFC appearance. Let's hear it for Kyle Noke.
Kyle Noke, a pioneer in Australian mixed martial arts. You can hear from the crowd, he's a fan favorite. He had a two-weight Australian championship, 170s and 185s. He's also the tough coach. Such a good fighter out there. Seems so comfortable in the octagon, has had so many fights. Knows when to get out of the way, knows when to lay his punches, and knows the octagon perfectly.
So he was Robert Whitaker's coach, folks, obviously on Tough Smashes then.
170.
170.
Gotta believe he's pretty proud of
Nope.
how far Robert has come.
Absolutely. You know, being a pioneer and seeing everyone following your footsteps or being motivated by you somehow is great to see.
All right, now we get to the co-main event in the UFC lightweight division. Jake Matthews versus Andrew Holbrook.
Well, despite only being listed as a blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, he is one dangerous submission artist with 7 wins by submission, and he actually has those submissions in a variety of ways. This finisher has 9 wins in the first round, and I really like the potential for a fight of the night between him and Jake Matthews.
$154.
154 for Andrew Holbrook. And his opponent is the Celtic Kid, Jake Matthews.
We were talking about pioneers, now we're talking about the new blood. Jake Matthews, a 22-year-old fighter fighting out of Australia. He is always in shape, not just physically, but when I see him fight in the octagon, he pushes the pace. He looks like he's game to be in there. He's very scrappy and also a great submission fighter.
155.
155 for
Yet had a
Jake
great fight
Matthews.
with Johnny Case.
Yeah, I was really impressed with the development of his striking as well. He was primarily just a grappler when he came into the UFC, but in the last fight he showed this kid can strike as well. Smart fighter as well.
He's gonna need those hands, Ken Flo, against Holbrook.
Absolutely.
These are the guys you gotta watch out for, Gilbert.
All right, with that, it is now time to take a closer look at the men on the poster, the 2 middleweights who will share the octagon tomorrow night in our main event.
Robert Whitaker versus Derek Brunson is a fight between 2 excellent contenders in the talent-stacked 185-pound division. This is an opportunity for both men to shine.
I definitely think we're under the radar. I think either one of us could be in that title contention eventually. You know, this to me is a title shot.
In the UFC, the way the rankings are, sometimes you got to go out there and you got to impress. You know, you just can't go out there and get a decision. You know, they're looking for the finishers, guys go out there getting it done. I'm looking to go out there and just be devastating.
Derek Brunson is coming off of the biggest win of his career with an amazing left hook knockout of the great Uriah Hall.
That is it!
Derek has won 5 fights in a row, including 4 by KO.
Derek Brunson does it again!
He is one of the most dangerous UFC middleweight contenders today, but he's taking on a guy in Robert Whitaker who has looked incredible in his move from 170 to 185 pounds. He has won 5 fights in a row and looked absolutely amazing, including his KO victory over Brad Tavares, which was one of his most impressive to date.
That was unbelievable. Me and my coaches agree that, you know, this is the best I've been, you know, period. Brunson's not going to know it here.
Whitaker is a dangerous striker, but I'm better, you know? I'm a better striker. I'm put one on his chin and send him to the canvas. Look over at Dana White and start reaching for my waist and say, hey, I think I'm ready for that title shot.
Title shot!
People can expect a war. No, I'm looking for a finish. I always look for a finish, and I'm going to go out there and I'm going to finish him. I'm coming for your head.
First fighter to the scale, currently ranked number 8 in the world, Derek Brunson.
Derek Brunson is your well-rounded mixed martial artist, but like I said earlier, he is a 3-time Division II national champion. He's 7-8 in the UFC. His only loss to Yoel Romero, which in my opinion, he was up 2 rounds to none before he got finished.
186.
186 for Derek Brunson.
Yeah, he was definitely winning that fight up and down.
And
Took
his
down the
opponent,
Olympians
number
twice.
7 in the
Pretty.
world, the Reaper, Robert Whittaker.
Well, Whittaker is only 25 years old, but has 9 fights in the UFC already with some very tough competition. He has impressive speed and excellent knockout power, especially in his left hook. Whittaker was born in New Zealand, but has grown up the majority of his life in Australia, so expect a loud supporting crowd tomorrow night. Very mature for his age. I was very impressed when he competed on the Tough Smashers. I knew this kid had really had a lot of potential to be something.
Rob, let's do this.
Welterweight and middleweight.
185.
185 for Robert
Yeah,
Whittaker.
Kenny, you and I have spoken about this off camera, that, both of us very impressed with how mature he was. He was only 21 back then, and you could just tell he had his head on in the right place. Talent is one thing, but getting the mind right is a whole other.
Exactly.
All right, we step over here and talk to the American Derek Brunson. How do you feel here on the eve of your first UFC main event, man?
I feel great. My first time in Australia. You guys kind of let me down. I didn't see any kangaroos, but hey, I'm here ready to fight. Let's go.
There he is, folks. Derek Brunson, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we step over here and talk to Robert Whittaker, man. Congratulations on the main event nod here. What are your emotions like? How you feeling physically, mentally in advance of a big one here, obviously, tomorrow night?
Yeah, camp, prep, everything's been the best it's ever been. I honestly think come Sunday you'll see the best Rob Whittaker you've ever seen.
And you'll have this crowd behind you. Go enjoy the final few hours, ladies and gentlemen. There he is, Robert Whittaker. All right, thank you all so much for coming out.
All right, thank you so much, John Anik. Welcome back to the other side of the Pacific. Ken Flo, Brunson, and Whittaker weighed in, made it official. What's your takeaway?
Well, both guys were really relaxed. And for Brunson, I was looking for any effects from the travel of going out to Australia.
The UFC returns to Melbourne with an action-packed main event as striker Robert Whittaker takes on fellow powerhouse Derek Brunson. Plus, a full fight card of UFC stars, including Jake Matthews, Kyle Noak, Dan Hooker, and more. Watch UFC Fight Night live November 26th in Australia.
Oh, man! Here we go!
Only on Fox Sports 1.
This card is almost too good!
For the light heavyweight championship.
Oh! The champion, Daniel Cormier. Oh, he's out! What a terrifying human being. Anthony Rumble Johnson. On the jaw. Wow. Holloway. Pettis. Big shot. He's out cold. Cerrone. Matt Brown. Oh, my goodness. Swanson. Joy. This is gonna get crazy.
Pre-order now at UFC.tv/Glory Collision. Rico versus Botter in Glory Collision. Glory's reigning and undisputed champion Rico Verhoeven versus kickboxing's bad boy. Badr Hari is back. The fight everyone thought would never happen. The two greatest heavyweights in kickboxing on a collision course. Rico Verhoeven plans to make his 50th career victory, his greatest. But Badr holds the record for the most wins by a heavyweight kickboxer. Legacies are on the line in the fight of the century. It's Rico versus Badr in Glory Collision, December 10th. Pre-order now at UFC.tv/Glory Collision.
Two of the biggest personalities in MMA.
I make the predictions and I make them wrong.
Now host the best podcast in the sport.
I'm the first guest. We're not going to mention the 8 fighters that said no.
UFC Unfiltered with Jim Norton and Matt Serra brings you the latest in fight news and analysis, behind-the-scenes stories, pop culture debates, celebrity guests, and more.
We have The Rock calling in. How are you, man?
I just want to see a great fight.
Hear new episodes every Tuesday and Thursday on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, and UFC.com. UFC Unfiltered, powered by Digital Media.
Introducing the all-new, fully reimagined UFC Fight Pass. No matter where you are, UFC Fight Pass brings the action to you, including live events,
original programming, and the world's largest MMA fight library. With a more powerful and precise search engine, finding a specific fighter or event has never been more simple, providing you the content you want with a simple click, tap, or swipe. And now, you can customize your own watch queue, all designed to bring each user a personalized viewing experience unlike any other. Experience the all-new UFC Fight Pass, the ultimate MMA experience.